How is Karuna Bhavan different now from 25 years ago?
Well, 25 years ago there was only 3 of us here, and the number of devotees living here now is around 40. And it's taken a different face because at that time there was basically 3 brahmacharis, but now there are families who are living in houses nearby the temple. And Karuna Bhavan, in one sense, one thing hasn't changed is that it was built on distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books. The whole success of Karuna Bhavan, we never really get involved in any other business. So we're still continuing with the book distribution, but we're also branching out and doing more bridge preaching programs and contacting people from different areas of society. And I suppose over the 25 years we began with one building and stables, which was converted into the Brahmachari ashram, and now there are 20 buildings, of which 14 are houses inhabited by our household congregation and devotees.
What do you grow here?
We grow different types of flowers and fruit and vegetables. We grow flowers like marigolds, dahlias, gladiolus, daisies for displays in the temple, and we also grow fruit and vegetables like apples and plums, and we grow vegetables like broccoli, cabbages, peas, beans, potatoes. We grow tomatoes in the greenhouse and courgettes and French beans. So a good variety of flowers and fruit and vegetables.
Yeah. What aspect of Krishna consciousness attracts you the most?
Giving people Krishna's love, because Krishna is the most important person in my life, and I just want to let people know that he loves them too. So the volunteer program here is very good because people come along that aren't experienced in Krishna consciousness, and it gives me the opportunity to give them prasadam, show them the temple, engage them in service, and they generally get a good impression if I go about that in the right way. And I like to go out, I'm a local person, so I like to go out in the local community and bring people to the temple, and especially in the gardening circles in Scotland, invite people from different gardening groups to come along, and they're very supportive. I have a good opportunity here of giving people Krishna consciousness, and I feel comfortable because this is the country I was born, and people can relate to me. And I feel comfortable in my service, and I'm happy that I've done 7 years book distribution, so I feel that was a good foundation and a good experience in life.
Jagannath Priya, you've been here in Karuna Bhavan for over 20 years. What have your main activities been?
My first activity was cooking and Sankirtan, and when the deities came in 1996, then my main service became like cooking, was offerings, artis, and also looking after Tulsi. My services increased to also dressing the deities and looking after guests as well.
How did Gaur Nitai come to Karuna Bhavan?
Originally they were in San Francisco, and the temple was not able to facilitate the deities then, and we were asked if we would like to take the deities and have them in Scotland. We weren't prepared that they were going to come so soon. We were thinking maybe a few months ahead, and then we got a phone call saying that there's a big parcel at the airport and that we need to collect, and we got them just as on sunset when Lord Ram appears, and it was a very nice occasion. We were so surprised that the deities came.
What are the different aspects of the eco farm?
There are 5 different aspects. First of all, we have what's known as a biomass boiler, or sometimes that's known as a log gasification system. That's one. That's basically heating up the whole temple building and the new building, which is known as Garanga Hall. We have another aspect, which is the solar thermal panels. There's 2 types of solar. In Scotland you don't get many sunny days, but if in the rare occasion that you get enough sun, that there's more than enough water, hot water for the tank, then the excess will feed into the heating system as well, which in turn also reduces your need for having more wood. Another aspect of it is rainwater harvest system. So the new building, which is known as Garanga Hall, then all the rainwater from there is going down the drain pipe underground to our walled-in garden, which has 6,000 litre containers which hold all the water, and then there's an irrigation system which feeds the different parts of the walled-in garden. Then we have another feature which is known as an air source heat pump. That's heating one of the greenhouses. Then the air source heat pump, that takes the air from outside and it takes the heat from that and it multiplies that, and then you get hot water produced, which is like a heating system, underfloor heating system, which heats one of the greenhouses. And then we have the wind turbines. Scotland, in particular here, Lesmahagow, it's a very windy place, and we thought we'd take advantage of it for a change. So we have 2 11 kilowatt turbines. We would be more than self-sufficient on our electricity, and we can feed back into the grid. So the running of the biomass boiler system, then first of all, it's quite a high-tech thing, although you have to determine the correct moisture content within the wood. So in order to dry out the wood, then it makes it quicker if you split the wood, and you stack it in such a way where the air can get through, then that dries much quicker.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
You've been doing a lot of gardening here for many years. What inspires you?
I do feel that the art of growing food is dying in the world, and I don't think the world can afford to lose that art. So I like to teach people how to garden, and I like to provide the best for Krishna. I like to grow the best flowers for Krishna and the best food, so that we're treating Krishna properly. So that's the inspiration.
Bhaktivinoda, please explain the volunteer program.
We work with the worldwide opportunities on organic farms. So we get volunteers from all over the world. We provide food accommodation, and we expect volunteers to work 35 hours a week. And we got on very well, and I think it's very nice that volunteers come to the temple and live together with devotees. So generally they're very happy, and the devotees are very happy with the work they do, and a lot of them come back for a second time or extend their stays. So we've had a very nice experience with the programme so far.
Benjamin, what inspired you to come here to Karuna Bhavan all the way from France?
I actually wanted to have an volunteering experience abroad, and I tried to make research on woofing, and I found that there was that community that's exotic religious. I was just looking forward to spend some time with monks and to harvest things and to eat what we were planting and what we were harvesting.
Yeah. What do you like mostly about volunteering in this community?
I would say that there are two things. First of all, I met people, volunteers, and in the community from all over the world.
Oh yeah.
Which is really amazing. I've met people from Korea, from Latvia, from all over the world, and the work is not what I was expecting. And thanks to Bhakti, we're picking flowers to make garlands for the deities. We grow our own food, and you feel very happy and proud when you eat the things that you harvested the same day, and you can try feel the taste of the fresh food.
Caitanya Vallabha, please tell us a bit about the Bhakta program here in Karuna Bhavan.
Well, yeah, it's something we've been wanting to do for some time now, something we've never really had here. So we've just started it now on August the 13th, about 2 weeks ago. And the idea is to train up the devotees in all aspects of devotional service, how to chant, how to put on a dhoti, how to preach, how to clean, how to cook. Basically to give them the basic do's and do nots of Krishna consciousness, to fan the initial spark in Krishna consciousness. And in this way, try and give people the best possible opportunity. Some people may want to come just it's a 12-week program altogether. Some people may want to come just to do the course and then go back to their regular life, but with a strong foundation in Krishna consciousness. Some people will become inspired and they will stay on. So far it's been very blissful. We've been going out in Harinam every day, 5 days a week. Saturday we're going out on book distribution. Sunday we're having a Sunday program, and so far we've all been. It's tiring and it's intense, but it's very ecstatic.
What are your realizations serving in this particular temple?
Well, in the last 25 years that I've been here, And I've noticed that a few things. One thing in particular is that when we started here in Sankirtan, we used to have to duck and dive a lot from the local authorities, the police. But now, because we've just maintained that presence on the street for so long, then there's a whole new generation of police on the street who actually are very friendly with the devotees and protect them as well if the devotees are in danger. And even some of those police have bought books and take prasadam and give donations. So we've got protection from there. Also our local council and planning, we're working with them and we're getting permission to do pretty much what we need to. One goes through so many difficult situations. If you just keep faith, everything comes about in due course.
So she said, bring me the Bhagavad Gita. Bring me the Bhagavad Gita. Brian gave me one of them. So in 6 months she read the Bhagavad Gita 9 times. Yeah, everything. And she highlighted it all.
Manda manda jaladhara jaga juranu sagaram nishititam udbhuti jaya manijin.
Keith, what helps you the most in Krishna consciousness?
I would say it's the service that I'm doing. It gives me enthusiasm for Krishna consciousness. Just helping the devotees, especially the service I'm doing in the woodshed here, splitting the wood and everything. I really enjoy it.
How long have you been here in Karuna Bhavan?
I've been doing service at Karuna Bhavan now, I'd say, for about close to 18 months. But recently they started a Bhakti course, so I decided to join the Bhakti course so I could learn more about Krishna conscious on the spiritual level, rather than just the service level that I've been doing for the previous 18 months. Okay. Learning more about the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Upanishad, Bhagavatam, doing Harinams as well. It's been really enjoyable and I've learned quite a lot in the very short space of being on the Bhakti course. I think it's been 9 days now and I'm picking up quite a lot. It's quite intensive, but it's enjoyable at the same time. You don't get insomnia, to say the least. You fall asleep pretty early at night.
What inspires you to carry on with your service?
I like helping the devotees, serving the devotees to the best of my ability, and also I like the ideology of the movement, what it stands for. I mean, I've been searching for quite a long time to find out who God is, and I found Krishna conscious to be the perfect answer to what the question that I was looking for the answer for.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Just by serving the deity forms, I feel it's becoming more and more a personal relationship, and I feel protected, guided, and they're there for me to take shelter. I take shelter of them more, always praying to them for protection, to guide me and to help me through all difficulties that I may face. So many requests for prayers for devotees that are sick, and so I'm constantly praying to the deities every day for others as well.
You were celebrating another anniversary this year.
Yeah, this year is the 40th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's one and only visit to Scotland. So that was in 1972. He came and stayed 2 nights. It was Edinburgh Temple at that time in Forest Road. He did a programme there, and in Glasgow Woodside Halls. So Srila Prabhupada, actually, he had quite an affinity for Scotland. He had quite a respect for his teachers, which were in the Scottish Churches College. He said that Scottish people were intelligent but stubborn, and I think I can agree with that. So also, one devotee told me that Srila Prabhupada said that one time the devotees were speaking with him about Scotland, they said, actually I'm Scottish, and then they said, by education. So we're quite pleased to have that connection with Srila Prabhupada in that regard. Also, I believe that Prabhupada says that when he was here, he told the devotees that those who do Sankirtan in Scotland get twice the benefit because the weather was so foul.
What inspires you to carry on with your service, book distribution?
Well, one thing is that I became a devotee by reading Srila Prabhupada's books. So I feel inspired to give those books to others, because if I could become a devotee, then certainly everyone else can become a devotee also. And if people of the devotees hadn't taken the trouble to go out and preach, then I wouldn't be here. So really I owe a debt to the devotees and to Srila Prabhupada. So when you're out there on the streets and you're giving people books, you're getting people to chant the holy name, you're engaging them in Krishna's service, there's no greater happiness, because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, there is none more dear to me than those who preach my glories.
Janananda Goswami, you are a regular visitor to Karuna Bhavan. What do you like about this temple?
I've been coming here for a few years, and I just like the devotees. Most of the places I go, it's because of, I would say, some kind of affection or relationship with the community or with the devotees. I don't know all the devotees here, no doubt, but I just feel very welcome. I feel the devotees here are very sincerely trying, under little difficult circumstances sometimes maybe, but they're trying their level best to serve and please Srila Prabhupada. And I'm just attracted to their mood, which they have here, of trying to develop a community, which is not an easy thing to do. Of course, coming from the United Kingdom myself, I know that the north of England and Scotland don't get so many visitors as perhaps they'd like. So I like to come here to just be with the devotees and share whatever little I've got to offer, that's all.
Material world.
That people are suffering. So I like to give people the solution to their suffering. I've got a lot of relief from suffering myself, so if I keep myself busy relieving other people of their suffering, then I'll be happy and attain the ultimate goal. And I'm sure they will too.
What saddens you the most about material life?
The fact that people think they're going to be happy by all the things they're aspiring for, but they don't seem to get happy. Even sometimes you go to a poor town or a poor country, and people seem to be happy just to improve their lot a little bit, and they think they're getting somewhere in life. And then you look at someone who may be getting millions of pounds or dollars, and they think they're getting somewhere in life, but there's not really much difference between them. They're both kind of trying to do the same thing, which is improve the lot materially, and they're missing out the goal in life, which is to find out who they really are and what life is all about, the purpose of life. And they're forgetting Krishna, so as a devotee we do our best to try to give people the opportunity to remember Krishna.